On a quiet summer night in 1969, the world held its breath. For the first time in human history, three men hurtled beyond Earth's protective embrace toward a silent, desolate companion, the Moon. A barren world, scarred by eons of cosmic violence, yet now destined to host humanity's footprints. Apollo 11 was not just a mission. It was the embodiment of dreams, politics, science, and raw human courage intertwined in a fragile capsule hurtling through the void. When Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface, the world heard his words. "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." But beneath those iconic words lay a tapestry of stories untold. Stories of doubt and determination, of brilliant minds and unforgiving machines, of friendships forged under pressure and sacrifices made in silence. This is the story behind the story, the untold stories of Apollo 11. The moon landing cannot be separated from its time, a time of great tension, great fear, and great ambition. In the wake of World War II, the world was divided by ideology and arms races. The Cold War transformed nations into adversaries locked in a contest for technological and ideological supremacy. The Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik in 1957 sent shockwaves through the United States, a flashing beacon of Soviet prowess that ignited fear and determination alike. This was no longer just about exploration. It was a battle for hearts, minds, and the future itself. President John F. Kennedy, standing before Congress in 1961, declared a bold goal that captured the world's imagination: to land a man on the moon and return him safely before the decade's end. It was a promise fueled by urgency and risk, a challenge that would test the limits of human ingenuity. To reach the moon, humanity had to invent new machines, new methods, new ways of thinking. The Saturn V rocket stood as a colossus, a towering monument to human aspiration. Over 363 feet tall, it was powered by 5 massive F-1 engines that roared with the force of 100 jumbo jets combined. The Saturn V had to lift the Apollo spacecraft, a complex system composed of the command module, where the astronauts lived and controlled the mission, the service module, providing power and propulsion, and the lunar module, a delicate, spider-like craft designed to descend onto the lunar surface and then lift off again. The lunar module was unlike any vehicle ever built. It had no seats, no provisions for comfort, only the bare essentials to survive the harsh vacuum and extreme temperatures of space and the moon. Building these machines was a monumental engineering challenge, requiring precision and innovation at every step. Engineers faced countless setbacks, engine tests that exploded, software glitches that threatened to abort missions, materials that failed under the harsh conditions of space. The astronauts themselves were heroes, but also men with fears, doubts, and humanity. Neil Armstrong, the mission commander, was known for his quiet demeanor and calm under pressure. A test pilot with nerves of steel, Armstrong's humility masked a fierce dedication to his craft. Buzz Aldrin, the lunar module pilot, was a brilliant engineer and a fiercely competitive spirit, sometimes abrasive, sometimes inspiring, but always committed to the mission. Michael Collins, the command module pilot, often called the forgotten astronaut, had the lonely task of orbiting the moon alone while his crewmates descended. His calm professionalism and technical skill ensured the mission's success. The training was brutal: months of simulations, zero-gravity flights, geological field trips, and survival exercises. The astronauts were pushed to their physical and mental limits, preparing for every possible scenario, and some impossible ones. On July 16, 1969, the world watched as the giant Saturn V thundered to life. The launch was a symphony of controlled power, smoke, fire, and noise, shaking the ground as it lifted the astronauts toward their destiny. But beneath the spectacle lay tension, the engine vibrations, the pressure of a billion eyes, and the knowledge that one tiny failure could mean death. As the rocket pierced Earth's atmosphere, the astronauts were engulfed in a cacophony of noise and acceleration. Their bodies pressed back into their seats, minds focused on a journey that few dared to imagine. Once in orbit, Apollo 11 began the translunar injection, a critical burn that would send it hurtling toward the moon. For nearly 3 days, the crew drifted through the void, weightless, isolated, yet tethered to Earth by fragile radio signals. During this time, astronauts performed system checks, conducted scientific experiments, and prepared for the lunar orbit insertion. Every moment was monitored by mission control, where hundreds of engineers and flight controllers worked tirelessly to ensure nothing went wrong. Upon reaching lunar orbit, the mission's most perilous phase began. The lunar module separated from the command module, descending slowly toward the moon's surface. As Armstrong and Aldrin navigated toward the Sea of Tranquility, computer alarms sounded. The 1202 and 1201 program alarms warning of data overloads. Behind the scenes, flight controllers held their breath. On board, Armstrong's calm voice reassured mission control, "We're go on that." Armstrong took semi-manual control, piloting the module away from a hazardous boulder field and toward a safer landing spot. With mere seconds of fuel left, Eagle touched down, the first human landing on another celestial body. Stepping out of Eagle, Armstrong descended the ladder and placed his boot on the lunar dust. The surface was unlike anything seen before, fine, powdery, and eerily silent. The astronauts' bulky suits limited their movement, their gloves making every task laborious. They planted the American flag, deployed scientific instruments, and collected over 47 pounds of lunar rocks and soil. Their time on the surface was brief, just over 2 hours, but every step was a victory over immense odds. Apollo 11 was fraught with risks that remain underappreciated. The lunar module's ascent engine was never tested in flight before. A single error during launch from the moon could have stranded Armstrong and Aldrin forever. The fine lunar dust threatened to damage seals and equipment. Back on Earth, the crew faced quarantine protocols to prevent possible contamination by unknown lunar microbes, a precaution rooted more in fear than science. While the astronauts made history on the moon, mission control in Houston was a hive of nervous energy. Flight Director Gene Kranz and his team coordinated every move, ready to respond to emergencies within seconds. Among these unsung heroes were women like Katherine Johnson and Mary Jackson, mathematicians and engineers whose calculations made navigation possible. The world's eyes were on Houston, a testament to human teamwork transcending individual glory. Apollo 11 reshaped the world's imagination. It inspired a generation to dream bigger, to believe in the power of science and technology. The mission was a symbol of unity during a divided era, a moment when the human race saw itself as one. Yet, it also raised questions about priorities, costs, and what lies beyond. Its legacy endures in scientific discoveries, in the spirit of exploration, and in the silent footprints left on a dusty world. As Earth rose over the lunar horizon, casting a fragile blue light on the silent plains, Apollo 11 became a mirror, reflecting not just the moon, but ourselves. It revealed our boundless curiosity, our indomitable will, and the deep yearning to reach beyond.